The following video is not made for kids under 13. If you are not 13 years old, please exit out of the video now. And please, YouTube, do not sue me. Sup guys, Leon Mookie here, and I'm back with another part of What If Izuku Had Archer's Powers. In the last part, I basically told the scenario and ranking of the fights and for the third match of the sports festival with Izuku going against Shinso. So that said, let's get into this. As Ojiro prepares Izuku to fight against Shinso and everything, he also and not only that, Momo is also psyching herself up as well, because if she wins against Sero, she goes against Izuku, the one person she wants to beat more than anyone in the sports festival. So she's trying to psych herself up a little bit. With that said, let's move a little forward to the first match with Izuku going against Shinso. As everyone is riled up for the crowd, as many people believe that Izuku has got this in the bag, because not many people know about Shinso's quirk, except Aizawa, and Izuku too, and Ojiro. So, let's get into it. As Shinso basically insults Izuku and everything else, tries to calling him names and all that. And not only that, he also bring up Ojiro and Shindo, telling them that they are stupid for giving up spots in the sports festival, saying that they should win with their own abilities. That stuff doesn't matter in the greater scheme of things. As Izuku says, "Don't you dare talk back about them!" As there, he gets mind controlled, just like in canon. Soon after, Shinso tells Izuku to stop and walk outside the ring. Soon after, he does everything. As Aizawa explained Shinso's quirk, being able to control people's minds by asking a question, and by answer. Because of this, he was overlooked. He was basically overlooked in the UA hero class, telling him that, guess it's below the cracks to have somebody like this not be join a hero course. Soon after, Izuku can't think straight. As he's walking, can't control his body in any way at all. Soon after, he begins seeing many people in an area throughout in the entrance area, where he even sees a figure that almost looks like All Might. Not only that, One for All begins activating, and soon a huge explosion, a huge shockwave is throughout the arena, and as two of Izuku's fingers is broken. So everything goes as well as canon. Soon after, Izuku doesn't know what really happened, but he realized that he snapped out of it. Soon after, he has to get Shinso out of the ring. He soon says his chant, "I am the bone of my sword, unknown to death and known to life. Unlimited blade works." Soon after, tons of swords began showing up around the arena. Even other people began seeing this, wondering on what's going on. Shinso asks Izuku, "Hey, what are you doing? What is this?" There. That's what Izuku needed. He activates full Cal and runs to Shinso, grabbing him by the shirt and pushing him as far as he can. Soon after, Shinso tries to knock Izuku out, but then he throws him over his shoulder and out of the ring for out of bounds, with Izuku winning the match in the process. Winning the match. Soon after, Shinso realizes that he's out of bounds and that he lost, with Izuku telling him, "Sorry. I guess I don't understand how you feel, but I do understand a little bit though." As he tells him that people used to make fun of my quirk a lot as a kid, because I never dreamed of using it to hurt people. I wanted to help people, but not in the way of creating weapons. Until part of me realized that sometimes weapons, swords, spears, bows, and all that can be used to protect people, not in the way of cutting or hurting them. So, when I create these swords, create every single weapon that you saw, I use them to protect people. And for the people who got me this far in life. That is what I do. That's what Unlimited Blade Works means to me. Soon after, Shinso realized, "You're just saying that just to make me feel better. You really are annoying. You know that." Soon after, Shinso leaves, as everyone congratulates him. Even pros began realizing how much of a great hero he could have been if he was in the hero class. That somebody like him was so underlooked. There, Shinso realized that maybe it isn't too late for me. As the next match being Momo versus Zero happened. As Zero begins trying to do the same plan that he normally would have done for Todoroki, as Momo creates a small combat knife to cut the tape cut Tero's tape, and goes straight at. He tries to create another. He tries to wrap her up again. However, she creates a flashbang, and basically blinding him. Not only that, she creates a small chain wrapping around him, and trying to throw him out of the ring. And she ends up being successful doing so, causing her to win the match. As everyone's wondering on how quick this match was, as she knows since Izuku won his match, she wants to do whatever she can to get further, wanting to beat him. Something after, Izuku feels a chill down his spine as Ochiko says, "Wait, you okay? You okay, Deku?" As he says, "Yeah, just feel really uncomfortable right now. Don't know why." That chill coming from her staring straight at Izuku, almost piercing through his soul. The next match being Shimazu versus Kaminari as usual, and that goes as planned as canon. Soon after, the next match is Shoto versus Mina, as she basically wants to show off her gadgets as usual, she did with Ida. Shoto doesn't really care and just freezes her, telling her to give up. And she just does that because this is just too much. It is more annoying dealing with Shoto than anything. Soon, and he advances, being the quickest match in the entire sports festival, which is surprising. And as for Tokoyami versus Ida, that also goes a little bit differently, as both of them are well-defined fighters. It could go either way. With Ida, with his engine speed, he's basically fast. I believe he would be faster than Dark Shadow. And Dark Shadow has more reach and can try at least catching up with Ida pretty easily if he wanted to. So this match would probably would kind of be a draw. However, it doesn't turn to that, as Ida basically kicks Tokoyami, losing his concentration for a time being. However, Dark Shadow grabs Ida and wraps him up pretty easily, and does his best and tries to drag him outside of the ring, where he ends up doing, causing Ida to have a ring out and lose the match pretty early on. This one was a hard match because it was so many close calls. But I can see Tokoyami having more versatility over Ida, which all he can do is have speed on his side. As everything else plays out as canon as usual, with the next match being against Izuku versus Momo, as this is the match she's been waiting for, to take down the one person she knows that has almost the same quirk as her, but feels like there's more to him than it looks. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys like this video, please like, comment, and also subscribe if you want to see my other content as well. Please, and also check me out on Twitter too if you feel like it. I don't really care too much. At any rate, that said, this is Liam Mookie signing out. Later.